Oh man, I can't believe I'm making this video. Guys, Bastion buffs, they're coming. So just the other week, it was hinted at that they were working on changing Bastion, but they didn't say specifically what. No details were given, and we just had some hypothesis running around. People saying, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Well, now we know. Big Bastion buffs are coming in the next PTR, which should be live shortly. So I want to dive into those here in this video. This was all outlined by Overwatch's principal designer, Jeff Goodman. So let's go through each of the 3 changes. The first change is going to be to Recon mode. What they plan to do is lower the spread and increase the magazine size to help with the general viability of this mode. Now, it's been said in the past that Bastion in Recon mode is kind of like a weaker version of Soldier 76's gun. Well, they're making it even better. With a reduced spread, it's going to be potent at longer ranges. You're more likely to hit people if the gun damage isn't spreading out as much. And an increased magazine size, of course, means a higher DPS overall, because you have to reload less frequently in a specific engagement. So those are some tiny changes, but some definite buffs to Recon mode. Sentry mode, on the other hand, looks to be getting a fairly significant overhaul. No, he's not getting his frontal shield back, but they're changing its I guess, focus, you could say. Jeff said that they're looking to focus this mode on more of being a tank buster and a barrier buster, while also making it feel less suicidal to be transformed. Usually when you're rooted, it's a really dangerous position, but you were really strong. Now, they're testing increasing the spread in Sentry mode and removing headshots, but making it so that Bastion takes less damage while transformed. I'm not entirely sure what that takes less damage is going to mean, though. Does he just get like a static buff which reduces all incoming damage by X percentage? Does this mean he's gonna get bonus armor when he goes into Sentry mode? It'll be really interesting to see how they address this. But more importantly, the increased spread and the removal of headshots means that the Bastion in Sentry mode will no longer be sniping, 200 health heroes from a huge distance and pretty much instantly killing them. Yeah, you could still do damage to them, but the spread is increased, and with no more headshots, you're not going to get that burst damage anymore. So again, the focus now will be on him busting through Reinhardt barriers, busting through Winston's barrier, and just, taking out larger targets rather than sniping tiny targets from far away, which he can do now. And the final change is a change to self-repair. He says they're making some big changes and they're starting to feel really good. Currently in the internal build, has Bastion able to use self-repair while moving and also having it no longer interrupted when taking damage. To balance that out, it now has a resource system similar to D.Va's defense matrix, so these changes are making it so that Bastion can now move around and repair himself, but only for a limited time. He can't do it indefinitely. So these are some huge changes that will really alter how Bastion is perceived. He's no longer going to be blowing up people in Sentry mode with headshots from far away, but he's going to be good at taking out tanks, and Reinhardt barriers is a really big thing. The buffs to Recon mode, I think, could be really amazing. The buffs to Recon mode plus the self-repair really has Bastion looking like he might just be an alternate version of Soldier 76. I mean, think about it. He's got lower spread, he's got a bigger magazine size, so his Recon mode is much more viable, and he can repair himself while he's moving around. And then if you come at him with a Reinhardt, he can transform and bust up that shield. It's really interesting. This is gonna really change Bastion, and I'm super curious to see how these end up playing out. Now, Jeff did say that these changes will be coming to the PTR very shortly. This could mean tomorrow, it could mean next week, it'll be soon. But it's not gonna be until the long term, until these changes happen and make it into the live servers, that we'll see what effect this has on Bastion overall. Does this make him more viable? Will people be less upset if you pick Bastion while playing? Or do the changes to Sentry mode really significantly hurt him? Because those are some big changes with no headshots and an increased spread. So I am just genuinely very curious, and I'm excited to see what this all ends up meaning. Alright guys, that is going to do it for me here today. Just wanted to let you know about the upcoming changes planned for Bastion. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you have a good afternoon, and until next time, I'll see you later.